Guys, today so welcome back to a brand new video. So I'm about to go watch Cobweb, the new horror film starring Anthony Starr, Lizzie Kaplan, Cleopatra Coleman, and Luke Bussey, and Woody Norman. I'm extremely excited for this movie. Heard about this movie through a YouTuber named Cody Leach, and I basically heard about a film where it's about a little boy who gets bullied at school, his creepy parents, and basically there is something within the walls of his home that keeps knocking and talking to him at night. So I'm about to watch this with Gabby. I think I know the spoiler and big twist of the film. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. But I guess we'll find out when I get back. So wish me luck. Okay, I just got back from watching Cobweb, and I gotta be completely and totally honest with all of you. This was a fucking disappointment to say the least. Okay. I spent an hour of my life for nothing in the theater. Okay, and in case you're wondering if you should watch this in theaters or stream on video, wait for this on video or don't watch it at all. Okay, so basically, I gave this plot synopsis, but if I didn't give it clear enough, directly from the horse's mouth, what this movie is about. Okay, the plot synopsis for the film is read as this: Young Peter is plagued by a mysterious, constant noise from inside his bedroom wall. A tapping that his parents insist is his imagination. As his fear intensifies, he starts to believe that his parents are hiding a terrible and dangerous secret. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about for right now. I'm going to talk about spoilers here later in the video. So I will say this much: the big mystery, the big twist, is literally revealed within 40 minutes of the film. It's not really the thing that the big twist isn't really shown in full detail until, of course, last hour of the film. So my biggest issue with this film is you have this kid, his parents, who are very, very odd and weird. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, so clearly at some point in the film, it's going to explain what is going on. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. This boy is bullied at school. He has a substitute teacher. She is what she is. I mean, she was fine, you know. The mother is weird and just kind of just 1 minute she's kind of cool and calm. The next minute she starts to say stuff that doesn't make any sense, you know. And I was waiting this entire film to be given a good explanation. Like finally, okay, boom, bomb, bang. Here's what's going on with the dad, the mom, and why they are the way they are. You know, you have a lot of suspicions, you have a lot of guesses, but nothing is really ever fully explained. I don't need you to, you know, come out and tell me everything, but slowly hints here and there, like, oh, here's what's going on with the dad. Like, have other characters talk about them and third person point of view, and give you tits and bits of details. You know what I'm saying? The little boy was fine in the film. By all means, he was cool. To be completely honest with y'all, I'll be straight up. From the minute this film starts to a specific scene of the film, which I'm not gonna give away the details of what it is. This film is just there's things that happen, yes, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's nothing like holy shit that was good. You know, it's like okay, that scene happens, that scene happens. You know, there's not a basic, there's not like a massive plot going on. There's not like a holy shit reveal happened in this film. You know, pretty much the best parts of the film for me, where I like some of the cinematography that happened. Anthony Starr, the lady that played his wife, I've said her name a couple times, but I remember her name. She was cool. I didn't really remember her performance that well. Miss Divine, cool. Didn't really care for her at all. The little boy was fine as well. The bully, forgettable, honestly. You know. But like I said, this is a film. Oh, by the way, I did not watch the trailer for this film, but if I already tell y'all this, I watched the trailer for this film, heard from YouTube, and I decided to go off with that. Okay. So the positives are Anthony Starr. The cinematography, script is a bit iffy. They try to do something in this film to scare you, but don't really work out. Things are clever. There's tropes, but they're somewhat clever. I'll give you that much. And the big twist, it's not the twist about the behind the wall thing is not what I'm talking about. There's another twist in the film that happened. It's like That was clever. I actually like that, so I give that 1 point. So I can't explain what it is, but I'll spoil it for you in a second. I'll get y'all everything I want to know in just a bit, okay? So again, Anthony Starr, cinematography, the actor that played the little boy, all did fine. And it's if this film had 15 more minutes added to it, this film could have been a lot better because it needed it. It's like you get the last 20 minutes where things are just like amped up a lot more. Like the first hour and like the first 30 minutes, you're like, okay, come on, come on, come on. Let's stop playing around. We're here. We're slowly losing focus. We're slowly losing steam. And then bam, this stuff hits the fan. And oh, wait, that's where we're ending it off. What the fuck you mean that's where we're ending it off? Like, you know? So this is a 4 out of 10 for me. This is not worth watching in theaters. Do not fucking buy a ticket for this film. I love Anthony Starr. I love Homelander. But you're not going to get much. I'm telling you now, you're not going to get much, okay? I walked out of this film feeling very much a lot of questions unanswered. I was not satisfied at all, okay? And it's funny because before I get to spoilers, Gabby literally told me what the metaphor was. I was like, holy shit, you're actually right. That's what's going on the whole time. So, and by the way, there's a lot of things that are introduced in the film that they do nothing with, which I love. Okay. So, anyways, let's just like I said, pacing wise, awful. Build up was for nothing. Ending left me unsatisfied. It's an overall 4 out of 10. Don't watch this film. Period. Bottom line. And it didn't scare me, except for maybe 1 or 2 scenes. So there you have it. You guys don't want to watch Cobweb, want to know what happens? Stick around. But as always, thank you for watching. Peace out, stay friendly. Have a good one, y'all. All right, Cast Nation. So the thing that's behind the wall is his sister. That's what the whole film is about. And you're probably wanting more detail, and I wish I could give it to you, but I can't. The entire plot is basically about, and I basically came in like the first that last 5 minutes because I had to go take care of the theater. Basically, he hears tapping. A little girl's talking to him. He basically goes to the clock, and I'm skipping basically the entire film because it doesn't matter. He gets to the clock, which tells him to basically move it. There's a door there. Use a lock to undo the door. He runs away out of fear, and she comes down. She's basically Rapunzel. Yeah, yeah, she's Rapunzel. She basically walks like a spider. Why it's called Cobweb metaphor. Basically, the parents had a boy and then they had a girl. The girl they didn't want, so they basically decided to throw her ass in the pit and then cage her up behind the walls, where she had to self-teach herself everything she needs to know, eat the basic functions of being a human being. She has long ass hair, which she uses to lure and bait and switch people. Okay, and she was kind of cool, kind of weird looking in a way, you know. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the big twist. The other twist I was talking about that I liked was the fact that the little girl, the sister, basically tells him to do 3 different things. A, push the boy that's been bullying him down the stairs to crickle his leg, which he does. The second thing is to basically use the rat poisoning that his dad shows him to get rid of the rats, to basically poison his parents and kill them, which he does. Basically, it's a really good scene where the boy is not eating the food at all. The dad starts to look, and basically he's like, "Did you do something different with the soup, honey?" And they basically say it smells like cinnamon. They remember that the rat poison smelled like cinnamon as well, and they both pretty much ate all of it. And so he basically tries to call for help. The dad tries to call for help, and the little boy cut the phones off. So basically, Anthony Starr, the dad, throws up blood completely and basically dies right there in the kitchen. The mom takes off for the mom, chases out the little boy with the knife, and basically they're on the staircase. He basically kicks her down the staircase. She hits her head against some furniture piece and basically stabs herself. And she basically tells him not to let her out, which he does. The last 3 minutes are basically after that, when she lets her out, the bully and three other guys show up to basically get to Peter, the little boy. Instead, however, one of the boys catches him, but nothing happens because the sister takes out all the bullies one by one. You don't see the kills happen. You just see them like it's not off screen. Like basically, she snatches them, and you just hear the sound effects, and you just see the blood splatter everywhere. And you basically see her climb on all the walls. She's able to climb a spider. There are spiders in the film, and she basically, where she was raised was basically cobwebs everywhere. Okay, and so basically, Miss Divine shows up at the end, basically bashes the wall open in Peter's room to free him, and they basically go to the door, open with the key that they got from the door when they unlocked the little girl, the sister. And as this Divine is walking out of the front of the house, the little girl grabs Peter and basically throws him in the pits, where basically a light is shining above him. We see the girl slowly climb down in his face. We see her face, and it was cool looking design, if you want to call it that. And then basically, Miss Divine shows back up in the basement where the pit is at, and basically, the little girl basically attacks Miss Divine again, scratching her leg. She's Miss Divine is up against something. Peter decides to grab his sister's hair to start pulling on it nonstop to climb up basically, and then Miss Divine, while she can, gets a weapon and just starts bashing the little sister, and then she basically bashes her so much that the little girl falls into the pit where Peter was at. They basically close the lid on top, blocking it down and all that. And the ending of the film is literally where basically she says, "You basically, we're family. I'm a part of you. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I'll always be there with you." You basically see him in his room with basically a hairpiece on his bed. She's right behind him, standing up, and that's the ending of the film. Yeah, that's the ending of the film. She's standing behind him. I'll be everywhere we go, and it cuts to black. That's it. We don't know what happens. We don't know if he's saved or he's not saved. It kind of leaves you questioning what the ending of the film really was. Okay, the parents aren't even, to my knowledge, I watched the film. I pay close attention as much as possible. The dad and the mom are very weird. The mom especially is very neurotic, very, very like sudden change of behavior. We don't know why that is. We know that a little girl, 11-year-old little girl went missing a couple of years ago. We believe that she was killed by one of the parents because the boy is able to dig up a skeleton in the backyard in the garden. That's never confirmed, by the way. We just know that it was a skeleton. And yeah, that's pretty much what I was pissed about, the fact that we get a build up of these two parents abusing this little boy. They lock him in the basement. They basically don't feed him that much, and they're very paranoid and all that. They're very strict on him. They don't ever basically beat him. They just don't believe anything he says. Quote unquote, don't believe him. And they basically, once he gets expelled for basically kicking the bully down, basically Peter kicks the bully down the staircase because his sister told him to. And because he does that, he gets expelled from school. They decide they want to homeschool him and everything and all that. That's the other twist that happens. And that's why the bully and his friends show up at Peter's house to get revenge. That doesn't work out for them. So, yeah. So yeah, from the start of the movie to the point to where the parents are about to eat the poison, this film for me, I told Gabby specifically, 4 out of 10. I give my rating right then and there. In the last 30 minutes that ensues, where the sister attacks everybody, was cool. I'm gonna give that right now. It was cool scenes, but we didn't see the kills. It was just kind of like, it's basically a divisive film. Some of y'all may like it, and some of y'all may not like it, you know? But at the end of the day, for me, you built this mystery, you built these two characters, you don't explain what's wrong with them, what's going on with them. Again, I don't need you to sit there and tell me all their entire backstory. Give me hints and pieces here and there throughout the entire film, build it up completely, and then slowly, like, had the little girl reveal to Peter what's going on. Hey, mom and dad, blah, 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 this and this and that, you know? They don't even explain why they hated the little girl to begin with. She says, when you were born, they were happy. When they had me, however, they weren't happy. So they basically decided to put me in a pit and then put me in a cage and all that. And I'm just like, but why would they do that? You know, she has long hair like Rapunzel. It's basically the fucked up fairy tale of Rapunzel. That's the big old metaphor, I guess you could say. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I knew before going in it was a creature trying to exact revenge on the family. That's the spoiler I knew about, but I didn't know the full detail, the context of it. And that's basically what it is. It's a little girl who basically gets out, kills the bullies, and basically tries to take out Ryan, no, Peter. Okay, I mean, yeah, it takes out Peter. He puts him in the pit. She doesn't ever she doesn't physically harm him at all. Okay. Like I said, the bully bullies Peter, doesn't go anywhere really. Miss Divine does show up, tries to rescue him. We don't know how that goes. This film leaves you unsatisfied. If it does get a sequel, if it does get a sequel, Gabby says we're watching it, so that is what it is. If it would explain, if it would have given 30 more minutes to this film, give this for 30 more minutes to fully explain what the parents are all about and the, more about the sister, this film could have been a 7 out of 10, but it didn't. Okay. So let me know what y'all thoughts are down in the comment section below. Don't disagree with me. Don't agree with me. Did y'all watch Cobweb? Did y'all like it? Did y'all dislike it? Thank you for watching as always. Peace are culturally friendly. How it going, y'all? Peace. Okay, so I just basically realized something I think I need to definitely bitch it to y'all, and don't know where I'm gonna add this at. But basically, so thanks to YouTubers who just helped repoint this out to me. Fish Jelly Film Reviews. Check them out, please. Their review of Cowboy was great. They basically re-explained to me something I forgot that kind of flew over my head. The reason why the sister was locked up in the first place was because, so, in the beginning of the film, it was basically referenced and mentioned that a 11-year-old little girl lived on the left side of the street. She comes over one night for trick-or-treating to get some candy. The parents decide to kill her for whatever reason. The sister, the older sister of the siblings, witnesses the murder and decides to lock her up because of that. That's the reason why the sister was locked behind the walls, because she witnessed her parents commit murder. That's that. But that was something to mention in reference. I mean, to me, to give my quick thoughts on that, it's an interesting detail, but the fact that it's not, you don't see the murder happen. By the way, you don't see the murder happen. You just see the newspaper that said 11-year-old girl missing. That the parents say that the little girl went missing, and that Peter's not allowed to go out at night trick or treating, and the fact that there's a skeleton, a head skeleton. That's all you see. The sister is the one who reveals to Peter what happened. So to me, that's like, okay. So basically, you're telling me, showing me that doesn't deserve a point. Just to let y'all know.